One of the biggest things I think I've had to overcome is the lack maybe of having a father figure there. And so I kind of translated that into football and athletics. And so when these coaches would tell me, okay, you need to do this to become this, I took it to heart, and I never blew off a coach's instructions. I always worked harder than the kids around me, solely I think because doing so helped me fulfill not only what they wanted out of me, but what I wanted out of myself for the lack of what I had.
I don't know how often I'm going to have another Tyrek. A lot of my top kids have this fear of failure, and he understands that failure is another opportunity to grow. And it's not something really common in high school kids. He will not stop until he has exhausted every possibility that he knows until he succeeds.
He's kind of the silent protector. He will, if there's an issue, he'll let things go, and he's very laid back. But if he feels that something is warranted enough that he needs to get involved, then he will, because he's protective. I think that comes from his dad not being there, so he kind of takes on that role, even though he's the youngest.
As a head football coach, every once in a while you get those kids, it's like you'd be proud to say like they could, like if they were your son, like that it's just exactly what you would want, like the mold for what you would want your son to turn out like. Tyrek's one of those kids, you know, he's one that you don't ever have to tell things twice to. He's never late. He's always he's a vocal leader in all the things that he does. He gets straight A's. I mean, like literally everything you could ask for. But like then every once in a while, like there's those kids, and then on top of that, sometimes you get those kids where like they make you a better person.
This is the hardest part for me because I had my daughter come up to me one day and say, "Mom, we never realized that there was any other option but to go to college." I said, "Well, there really isn't, because for us, that's the only way out." As a mom, it kind of hurts because of them having to grow up so poor and not having things that the other kids had. And, you know, sometimes we had electric, sometimes we didn't. Sometimes we had heat, sometimes we didn't. So I tried to instill in them that the only way out was through education.
He's working at Cracker Barrel now. He's worked at Oars, which is a little family restaurant. He's worked at Plus One Pizza. He is, when it's not football season, he's working 2 jobs. Never complained about being tired, never used it as an excuse. He just, I gotta work tonight, and that was it.
Tyrek's never missed a day of anything for any reason football-wise, and he's at school every day. And then he also has multiple jobs. So like he was doing all these things, picking guys up, making sure everybody else is where they're supposed to be, taking care of himself, taking care of his family at home, being the man in the house. I mean, he literally had to do everything for 4 straight years since he was a kid.
I get really attached to my children, but he is like absolutely one of the ones that I prayed for success for. I am so thankful that somebody else saw in him what I see in him.
Being able to have the opportunity to go to Ohio State with my sisters is something I'm definitely going to enjoy. But college not only means more education, higher education for myself, but it means opening up that door that can be opened if you choose to do so. If you choose to work hard and put in the effort and stick to your studies and ask your teacher for help when you need it, then that door will be wide open. And that door contains not only happiness to myself, but it contains a way out of poverty and opportunity to pick an occupation and choose an occupation that I'm going to love while helping out those who I do love as well.